Oh, way back. Yeah. Richard Delgado. That's DEL
GADO.
GADO. All right, Richard Delgado, athletic director of Aldine School
Yes,
District.
sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
We were wondering how we was able to get this school district. Now I know. As we're rolling right along with Studewood Cobras 2013, I'm King Arthur Prather, now joined by Richard Delgado, athletic director, former basketball coach, Aldine School District. Richard, it's been a while, but it's always good visiting with you.
It's always great to visit with you, Mr. Prather, but especially great to visit with the King.
All right. Talk a little bit about what we're doing here today, the Studewood Cobras. This is an excellent opportunity for the Cobras and for the Aldine School District to be working. Crystal has done a marvelous job of securing this building for the last 3 or 4 years. We've had 500 to 700 people at a banquet each year, and that's just proof in the pudding that there is some good things still going on in our community.
Absolutely. Well, you know, we're first of all proud to have the group here today. We do have a lot of groups that come in and use our facility, but I think most importantly, just sharing our facilities with the community and inviting and embracing the youngsters of today along with their coaches and their organizations who work real hard to provide a good product for these students and a great opportunity.
Well, you know, our paths go all the way back to the days when I was officiating. I don't even think I can run the length of the court now. You were coaching JV ball, and we were setting the standards for some of the young athletes even way back then.
Well, actually, you may not remember this, but I think you called my first game as a high school coach. It was a 1982-83 school year, and we were playing against North Shore at Aldine High School, and it was a end of the day activity. And that was the first game, yeah.
Well, that's good to know. I guess I can ask you for an opinion right now. Was I decent official?
Oh, the officiating was great. You know, I think it's all on how you apply it, and I think it just commemorates the fact that, you know, the whole point is for us to be here for the kids and such. And I think the amazing thing about it is hustle. Our officials really worked hard, and I appreciated that.
And that's important, too. Of course, for us with the Studewood Cobras, we go way back. And every time we look at the NFL chart this year, you see that Craig Lawson from AldineISD is going to be the first defensive back taken in the 2014 NFL draft. He started right here with the Studewood Cobras.
Oh, fantastic. You know, I know he's an Eisenhower grad, and he's at LSU. I saw him make a big pick the other day off Mr. Football, Johnny Manziel, which is a great task in itself. But the young man's phenomenal. He was at one of our games recently here at Thorne Stadium, and what a class young man. Very well spoken, and there's no question he's going to go high in NFL. And I wish and hope and pray that he stays in Houston as a Texan.
Well, believe it, I don't know about that, but I do know some team is going to make him the first safety taken in the NFL draft. And the interesting thing about that is he still comes back. He was at the Cobras practice the other day. He still remember Walter Penrice as his first coach, and I think that's a good thing. We also have John Gibbs, who's the starting quarterback at Alcorn State, who played at Booker T. Washington Senior High School. And when I see these kids and I see little Justin Gradney starting out at 4 years old on the flag team, I remember when his father, Justin, was playing out here. So it kind of gives you a good feeling knowing that you've been through generations working with this organization.
Yes, sir, it does. And I tell you what, it just promotes the opportunity for kids to continue to come back and give. That's a real critical factor. You know, being from the Aldine schools, I've seen tons of kids come through here. And I personally had some kids that played in the NFL. I've coached the McDonald's All-American. I think we're probably one of the few school districts that's had 3. Of course, Brittany Griner's our most recent. Gerald Brown had played for me in '96, and Bobby Crawford at Eisenhower in '93. So you see them continue to come back. Speaking of that, I just want to add one thing. We're having a huge basketball event here, the 27th and 28th of December. It's a game challenge, and we're trying to bring back some of the atmosphere that we had when Hal Pasner hosted the Academy tournament here. So we've got some great teams, and my goal is to get those 3 McDonald's All-Americans to come and say a few things at halftime of some of those games.
Well, that sounds great. We're looking forward to that because we go back even to the 8th grade days with the Aldine School District and the great Bill Smith from football.
And there's no question. Bill and Andy Rice were both at some of our games. In fact, I want to say at the Aldine MacArthur game, which was a great rivalry and familiarized some of those games that we had back in the day. They were both sitting there and enjoying the game, then came to several.
That's a good thing. We know about Andy Rice, member of the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl team, Texas Southern University graduate. It is just good visiting, which I'm glad to know about the tournament too. Now we're going to exchange information so that we'll be able to keep in touch with this sort of thing, and our crew will be there as well.
Well, Mr. Prater, I really do appreciate it, and I hope you can. It's always great to have royalty in our midst, and we hope to see the King at the Game Challenge, December 27th and 28th, because it's always awesome to have you here.
Well, we're looking forward to it. We'll have more from the Studewood Cobras 2013 when we continue in just a moment.